Today's video is brought to you by Oxedo LED lighting. You might think that you can see just fine at night. Well, I did too, until I did this little upgrade. As you can see from this footage, here is some before Oxedo LED lighting, and here is some after Oxedo LED lighting. The difference is amazing. With high brightness and easy installation, Oxedo LED lighting is definitely the route for you. They're easy to install, and they're available for all makes and models. Click on the link in the description below and enter promo code 612motorsports at checkout to get yourself 15% off. Now back to our video. Hello and welcome back to another episode of 612 Motorsports. It's a little windy, so I do apologize if it's a little hard to hear. Especially when you got trucks going by that think they need to be all loud like this guy. Alright, so, like I was saying, welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, we're going to go over a few things that I dislike about Stan.
You think you hate it now, but wait till you drive it.
After owning it for close to 2 years now and putting on quite a few miles, there's some things that, I'm just not quite happy about with it, and well, it is what it is, but some of them are kind of petty. It's just me, it's what I like, what I don't like, that kind of thing. So let's get into it. Before we get too far into this video though, totally have to encourage you all to go ahead, hit that subscription button, notification bell, leave a comment, the thumbs up, all of that stuff helps the channel get noticed more and helps the channel grow, and it's all because of you guys. So I'd like to thank you now if you have subscribed, and thank you if you are a first-time subscriber, and welcome to the channel. So we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can attempt to do a brake stand burnout in Stan here. Not sure how it's going to work. Could just wheel hop and not do anything really spectacular, but hell, we might be rolling tires off of this thing like you wouldn't believe. Anybody's guess, but we're going to find out together. So go ahead and subscribe. Let's get to 1,000 and make that happen. Alright, so something that I dislike about this truck is the tonneau cover. Now, yes, I said I liked it in the first video, and I gave, plenty of explanations on why. But it's a love-hate thing, and let me explain why I hate it. This particular one here has damaged the paint on the box. So if I was to take it off, I'm going to have this line all the way around. Also, notice this. Oh, don't even have to push the button. This strut is blown out, so my bad. I do have to get one, and that should help things a little bit there. But if you see, it took the paint right down to the primer, so to get a new paint job or whatever, is it worth it? Or just keep the dang thing on, and for the positive reasons that I mentioned. Now, another thing about it that is kind of weak is the fact that it's loose up here, loose up there. It has ripped the bed sides completely there. It's starting to crack. Like right here, I can see a little bitty crack. Up there in the corners is the same, if not worse. So watch what happens when I go to shut it. When I go to shut it, doesn't even line up. So you gotta pull the whole thing off to the side, right? And then this side won't stay latched. So it's not very weatherproof at the moment, and it's not very safe. Now, there is a place not too far from me that specializes in these kind of things. They sell them. I do believe they install them, so they should be able to adjust and tweak things and maybe get me a strut for that side, tighten down whatever, adjust the strings to keep a good enough tension to make them lock and unlock, and lube it up. Otherwise it's kind of a waste, but that's one thing I dislike about this truck. Another thing that I dislike about this truck is the fact that it is a base model and that it is so plain. Once again, it's a love-hate, double-edged sword kind of thing. It would be super slick to have some power windows and some power locks. Cruise control would just be the bee's knees. And, you know, other than that, maybe map lights up in the mirror here, but I can live without. So other than that, though, that's just kind of one thing I dislike about it. Tilt would be nice, you know, give yourself some nice comfortability when you're driving. Alright, so another thing that I dislike about this particular vehicle is the gearing in the rear end. It's only allowing me to achieve like 200 miles to a tank of gas. Now in the green truck, same size tank, same engine, different gearing, we're getting over 400 miles per tank of gas. So that's just one thing I dislike. I can totally change the rear end gears, whatnot, make it more economical, more of a gas saver, but is that something I really want to deal with, being that I don't need to have this vehicle forever? Maybe on the extreme, since it does have the exact same rear end setup and gear ratio as Stan does here, that might be something to look into further on down the line. But as for now, this one just happens to burn twice as much gas as the green one. Something else that I dislike about this truck is the fact that it's an automatic. Now once again, double-edged sword, love-hate kind of thing. It does have its advantages, do not get me wrong. But for somebody that has driven a manual for the majority of my life, it's very hard to break that habit. Like I mentioned in the things I enjoy about Stan video, I reach for a clutch every so often. I catch myself, and you know, that's in my DNA, in my soul, and I'm probably always going to do that in an automatic regardless, but I do catch myself from time to time, and man, I sure miss slamming gears, shifting hard, you know, having fun, ripping around, letting her rev out, you know. God, it's fun and I miss it, and that's one of the things that I dislike about this particular vehicle. Alright, the last thing I'm going to share with you today on things that I dislike about this particular vehicle is, once again, you guessed it, something that I like on the previous video, but again, double-edged sword. It's going to be the third door. So, you know, I showed you this earlier. You can open this bad boy up, access stuff back here nicely. You got a nice little pocket here, as opposed to a fixed section here would have a jump seat, much as you have on that side. Unfortunately, this is something that I dislike, and I will tell you why. I really enjoy music, and I love having a very crisp and clean audio system in my vehicle as well as in my home. There's nothing I enjoy more than cranking some good tunes and being able to hear everything so crisp and clear and nice. It just enhances the music so well. Now, because there's a third door here, they do not allow for a rear speaker in the pillar on either side. You could put one in over here, but then you would have unbalanced sound. And this side's just way too small to consider having one. So, what's a guy to do? I honestly don't know. I could put some 6x9s back there, but you know, they're not at ear level as they are in the 95 in the green one. There's speakers back here. They're 4x10s, and They are so nice. They're right by your head. You can hear everything crisp and clear. Very, very, very enjoyable when everything is separated and balanced properly. Very, very nice. Unfortunately, I don't know what to do in this particular vehicle, so if you guys, any of you out there, have an S10 with a third door, and you've done something other than subs. I know I can throw a box in here, but I'm still not going to have a good balance of, you know, that mid, like 6x9 kind of style back here. I don't need everything blasting me from the front. I'm not getting all of the highs and the mids as much. So if you guys have done anything special, let me know. I'd love to hear from you, see how you did it. Or if you guys have any recommendations, leave a comment below. Very greatly appreciated. Well, this is where we call it quits for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, some of this stuff is petty. I do just enjoy some good music and cruise control. I guess I just enjoy a few comforts, a few amenities that, you know, I've grown to not want to live without. And if that's wrong, then I guess I'm wrong, but I'd rather be comfortable and wrong than uncomfortable and correct. That's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure if you've made it this far to hit that subscription button, notification bell, thumbs up, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Remember, 1,000 subscribers is the goal we're trying to reach, so please share it on your social media. As always, stay positive, work hard, and make it happen.